Hello and welcome to the 2025 Annual Meeting of Stockholders of Sezzle Inc. Please note that today's meeting is being recorded. During the meeting, we'll have a question and answer session. You can submit questions or comments at any time by clicking on the Q&A icon. It is now my pleasure to turn today's meeting over to Sezzle CEO and Executive Chairman, Charlie Youakim. The floor is yours.
Thank you, and good afternoon. Welcome to Sezzle's 2025 Annual Meeting of Stockholders. My name is Charlie Youakim, CEO and Executive Chairman of Sezzle, and I will be chairing today's meeting. Joining me today is our Chief Financial Officer, Karen Hartje, our Head of Corporate Development and IR, Lee Brading, our President, Paul Paradis, our Chief Operating Officer, Amin Sabsavan, and our Corporate Secretary and General Counsel, Carissa Hollis. Having confirmed we have a quorum, I am pleased to declare the meeting formally open. I extend a warm welcome to all shareholders participating through our online meeting platform. As permitted by the company's bylaws, this meeting is also being conducted by remote electronic means. I'll start the meeting by recognizing my fellow directors, Paul Paradis, my co-founder and company president, along with our three independent non-executive directors, Stephen East, Karen Webster, and Kyle Brem. Thank you all for your support and guidance. We also have Joe Donnelly from Baker Tilly in Minneapolis representing our auditors, joining us online today. The meeting notice was distributed to all shareholders in accordance with the company's bylaws and SEC regulatory requirements. This notice is also available on our investor relations website under annual reports in the financial section. I will take the notice of meeting as read. Regarding today's process, we will begin with a presentation while voting occurs in the background. All proposals will be decided by poll. Voting is now open via the online meeting platform. You'll find the voting icon in the top right of the screen. Clicking on this icon will display the proposals for your consideration. As shown on slide 3, voting will remain open until I formally declare it closed. You may modify your vote at any time during the proceedings, and I'll provide clear advance notice before voting closes. Since proposals are detailed in the notice of meeting, I will not read each individually. All proxy votes received before the meeting for each proposal are displayed on slides 10 and 11 of today's presentation. These proxy numbers reflect the company's common stock outstanding as of the record date, April 21st, 2025. We will now open the floor for questions. As shown on slide 4, you may begin submitting your questions now, including any questions for the company's auditor, and we will address them all later in the proceedings. Our annual meeting presentation has been filed with the SEC and is available in the financial section of our investor relations website at investors.sezzle.com. Since Sezzle's founding in 2016, our journey has been one of continuous evolution and resilience, as seen on slide 7. Market forces and consumer feedback have shaped us into a stronger, more focused company. The turning point came in 2022, when we saw a clear path forward. Within a short time, we achieved our first quarter of profitability and launched Premium, our first Sezzle subscription product. Our momentum has only accelerated since then, as evidenced by our numerous product launches and dramatic turnaround. From a $38.1 million loss in 2022 to a projected $120 million profit this year. We've discovered our winning formula: create innovative, responsible payment solutions that benefit our consumers while providing returns to shareholders through the likes of share repurchase programs. Our relentless execution and innovation continue to drive remarkable growth across our business. For slide 8, our GMV growth of 64.1% year over year in the first quarter of 2025 significantly outpaced peers and industry growth projections, while our average quarterly consumer purchase frequency has increased more than 1.5 times compared to last year. Growing our base of 658,000 monthly on-demand and subscribers, or MODs as we call them, represents a crucial step in increasing our consumer lifetime value. MODs engagement demonstrates that Sezzle is evolving into our consumers' everyday preferred payment method, with subscribers transacting approximately 10 times more than non-subscribers during the first quarter of 2025. Perhaps most impressively, our consumer base shopped at 346,000 different merchants in the first quarter, spanning from malls to grocery stores to gas stations, truly showcasing that our product suite supports consumers through their everyday financial journeys. This remarkable progress is just the beginning of our journey in this nascent industry. We remain committed to evolving and adapting our platform and offerings to meet our consumers' ever-changing needs while continuing to deliver exceptional returns for our shareholders. Looking ahead, we see numerous opportunities to expand our impact and innovation in the financial services landscape. I want to express my sincere gratitude to our shareholders for their continued trust and support, our partners for their collaboration and commitment, and our dedicated team members whose tireless efforts drive our success every day. Thank you. Regarding the news that made headlines after yesterday's market close, I want to assure you that it remains business as usual for us and our partners. We are reaffirming our fiscal year 2025 guidance. However, at this time, we cannot provide any additional commentary on the filing. We will now move on to address the remaining questions from our shareholders. We will now take questions from shareholders. You may submit a question by clicking on the question icon in the interface. If you experience any difficulties in submitting questions, please consult the notice of meeting. I will now address the submitted questions directing any related inquiries to our auditor. Our Corporate Secretary, Carissa Hollis, will read the questions aloud. Carissa?
There have been no submitted questions.
Okay, I guess we can give it 10 seconds here, or maybe 20, see what comes in. Any questions, Carissa?
No questions submitted.
Okay, we'll move along. As mentioned at the start, voting on proposals is now open and will remain open until I declare it closed. Results will be disclosed in a current report on Form 8-K after the meeting closes. Please note, only shareholders, proxy holders, or authorized shareholder representatives may vote. Any directed proxies will automatically be cast as directed when the poll closes. The voting icon appears at the top right of your screen. Clicking this icon displays the proposals and their voting options. Selecting your desired option to cast your vote, select your desired option to cast your vote, and your final selection will be recorded when voting closes. If you encounter any difficulties voting, please refer to the notice of meeting. I will now move to the consideration of the proposals. As mentioned earlier, voting on all proposals will be conducted by poll. The chairman will cast any undirected proxy votes in favor of the respective proposals. Voting remains open and will continue until explicitly closed. We will now review the proposals in sequence. Item 1, reelection of Kyle Brem, reelection of Stephen East, reelection of Paul Paradis, reelection of Karen Webster, reelection of Charles Youakim. Item 2, ratification of the appointment of Baker Tilly US LLP as our independent registered public accounting firm for the fiscal year ending 2025. And item 3, the advisory vote to approve executive compensation. The board's recommendation for each proposal are outlined in the notice of meeting. Details of proxies received before the cutoff date are included in this afternoon's presentation. I will be closing the voting on all proposals shortly. Please take a moment to complete your voting. The voting period will automatically close in 1 minute. Voting has now closed. Please note that the final results will be disclosed via a Form 8-K on the SEC's EDGAR system and will also be available on Sezzle's website, along with all of our announcements after the meeting. Thank you all for your attendance online today. As the business of the meeting is now completed, I declare the meeting closed and thank everyone for their participation.